Hello dear sisters, hello. I hope this finds you all well wherever you are, my loves. I'm coming to you today with little Avery Bobbs, who is 5 months old today. I can't believe it. He arrived 6 weeks early. He was due on Boxing Day and arrived on the 14th of November on an overnight trip to see my dad in Manchester. So that was fun. But he's doing really well. And oh my gosh, has it been a roller coaster. Anyway, that's the story for another day. The reason I'm hopping on today and specifically reaching out to fellow heart-led mamas in business, I am offering a really beautiful special edition to your embodied business journey, the mentorship. This next season of the mentorship is specifically for heart-led mamas in business. And it goes without saying that as a first-time mother in this early phase of motherhood, it would fill my heart to immerse myself and surround myself with other mothers at this time, and other mothers in business, other heart-led visionary mothers who are not only wanting to weave together their medicine and their deeply heart-filled offerings for themselves, for the women that they surround themselves with, but they're now wanting to pave another way for the little ones, for the generations yet to come. They're wanting to surround themselves with other medicine-filled, wise women, and they're wanting to feel the beautiful honouring, the beautiful holding, the beautiful comfort, and the deep nourishment and the deep liberation that happens when we gather around the table together as a beautiful handful of embodied mamas weaving together our medicine. It is a journey that I can't quite put into words. The journey that myself and 6 other women went on last year inside your embodied business journey, the mentorship. Oh my goodness, it is a journey filled with deep passion, deep rawness, tenderness, authentic sharing. Each month we gather together online around the round table, where I invite beautifully embodied themes for us to deepen into. This May, we start with the return to you. Not you as the story that you might project out to the world, not you as the book, not you as the painting, not you as your poetry, but you as the storyteller beneath your story. You as the author beneath the book. You as the artist underneath the painting. You as the poet underneath your poetry. We start there so that we can really begin to cultivate our capacity to arrive into our gifts, arrive into our medicine from a deeply true, deeply human, deeply raw, authentic, empowering place. And so gently we can start to cultivate our capacity to arrive as we are. Not only arriving in the knowing that as we are is welcome, but knowing and returning to this deep remembering that you as you are, in your fullness, even in that part of you that you might be convinced is the reason why your business is not going the way that you'd hoped. We arrive into that knowing that not only is all of that welcome, but remembering that all of you is the medicine. It's the medicine that perhaps you've been yearning to liberate and reclaim and to deeply embody more fully. It's the medicine that so many others are yearning for in this world right now. As we know, collectively, we're moving more towards a deep yearning to feel something. To notice that part of us that holds back, to notice that part of us that tries to fit ourselves into a box, that ties ourselves up in knots, that compares, that procrastinates, that questions why we got into this in the first place when it comes down to algorithms and sales and all of this heady stuff. We return to that deep remembering We feel it deep within our bones as we come together around this round table. At the start of every month, you receive personalised, body-oriented coaching with myself, embodied mentoring. Not only that, you get to witness the other women in the space as they receive that. And in my experience, that is so deeply valuable, to witness other women as we hold up mirrors for one another in this beautiful journey, as we inspire each other, as we reignite the flame from underneath each other, and we fuel each other's passion, and we hold each other in love and accountability and beautiful passion-filled devotion to our medicine. I tried to do this on my own, my loves. I tried to do a lot on my own. I tried to run my business on my own. I tried to create my passion, my offerings on my own. I tried to live life on my own. I tried to navigate life on my own, and it was a pretty lonely place, and it was a pretty frustrating place. It was isolated, it was lonely, and some days I still catch myself there. And this is why I'm leaning in. I'm leaning into this space. Perhaps you feel the deep call to this space. Perhaps you know of another woman that, oh my goodness, would she feel deeply nourished and liberated from this space? I would love to invite you to share that, to share it widely with anyone that you think it would really resonate with in their hearts. There is so much I could share about this journey, my love. We journey together through May, June, July and August. Some women, as they did last year, then decide to go that layer deeper into the next phase of the mentorship. The 4 women that journeyed with me last year, May, June, July and August, all chose to extend and dive in deeper together in the next phase of the mentorship, which we journey together September, October, November, December. And another 2 ladies joined us. We decided to gradually expand the space to welcome in a total of 6 women on that journey. And oh my goodness, was it a fiery, passion-filled one. Of course, we took a slight detour when I had a baby in November. So we've just been wrapping that up this spring, and oh my gosh, it has reignited a deep devotion within me. I was somewhat reborn, and am continuing to be reborn as I journey through motherhood. And that's why it feels so deeply aligned and so exciting to offer this next season of the mentorship to mamas in heart-led business, so that together we can gather around this table, feeling that deep support, knowing that we don't have to do our businesses alone, we don't have to be in motherhood alone, we don't have to journey through life alone. And so I've decided to keep this next season really cozy, really intimate. Firstly, because I'm in the early phases of motherhood, and that's what felt most gradual, most sustainable and kind for me and Baba. But also because I deeply, deeply value the depth and the rawness and the intimacy that a small group of women, the depths that we can journey to together. When I'm around a table, while some women will thrive around a round table with hundreds and hundreds of women, some people will, like, oh my goodness, just absolutely expand into their fullness in those types of spaces. And yet for me personally, I yearn for the intimate space. I yearn to really know the layers and the depth and the intricacies and the nuance of the women in that space in front of me. And I really desire to be seen and to be met within that as well. I want them to know those layers of me. And so this spring we have 2 spaces left. We currently have 2 gorgeous embodied heart-led visionary mamas around that round table. We are welcoming in 2 more women in the next couple of weeks. We begin this May. I would love to hop on a call and share more about what this mentorship entails. It is filled with roundtable discussions, co-flow, co-creation sessions on the 2nd week of each month. We then come together in collaboration on week 3, and then we end our month in deep embodied reflection, integration, titration, so that we can gradually expand, pause, notice where we might need to contract and to trust the wisdom that's there, and then expand again. Each month we journey through the seasons so that we can really deeply honour our cyclical nature as women, as humans. We can really weave together our businesses in beautiful harmony with the wisdom of the seasons, so that we can really deeply return to that deeper ancient remembering within us, not one that's constantly striving, reaching, pushing outside of ourselves, goal oriented, constantly focusing on the outcome, but that we can ebb and flow with our inner tides. We can really start to journey back home, remembering our deeply organic, innate intelligence and wisdom that exists within, and so that we can really harness the deep power of our inner cycles. We can really deeply attune to what's alive in the space, rather than trying to get somewhere just for the sake of it. We can pause and really come back to what is actually alive in me, in us, in this moment. And how can we meet ourselves, our little ones, the people we support there? How can we let that inform the way? And so this is a journey of deep surrender. It's a deep journey of trusting in the process. We journey into the return to you, the descent into you, as we journey through the depths of your layers, as we return to your core, and as we root down deep, we then begin to expand from that deeply resourced place. We expand into the void space, the place of death, of rebirth, of all creation. We meet you there, because it is my greatest belief from lived experience and through all the various experiences and spaces I've leaned into, that a woman that can meet herself in the depths of the unknown, a woman who can let her life, her creations, her offerings potentially crumble around her, the woman who can let go and soften the grasp that she's been holding potentially so tightly onto, perhaps her entire life, if you're anything like me. She can relinquish a little bit of that control, and she can surrender into deep trust in the unknown. She can weather the storms, and she can stay rooted. She can deeply anchor herself into her own trust in herself, to weather the storms, to ride the waves, to ride all of the seasons of life, of business, of you. A woman that can hold herself there, a woman who can soften into herself there, is the heart-led visionary woman that is going to create the change that this world so deeply yearns for. To be able to return to our own inner wisdom, no longer having to outsource outside of ourselves, no longer having to chase something outside of ourselves, to feel like we need something more, to feel like we need to be somewhere else. That is a woman that can arrive into the depths of herself, and she can radiate her medicine from that place. Whether it gets the likes that she was hoping for, whether it gets the engagement that she was hoping for, whether somebody disagrees with her, whatever it may be, she meets herself there. She meets herself in the rawness, the tenderness. She deeply journeys into a place of compassionate inquiry, and she takes radical responsibility for what that is inviting her deeper into in herself, so that she can continue to anchor back into her core. She can continue to come back to the heart of why she is offering this in the first place, and she can continue to devote herself to her medicine, the medicine that so deeply changed the way that she was experiencing and relating to herself, her life. It was the medicine that brought her home time and time again, and continues to every single day. She wants to remember that Perhaps she's been feeling deeply unmotivated, depleted, doubting herself, feeling stagnant, feeling in a spiral of questioning. This is the place where we return to your deep, unwavering self-trust. It's the place where we return to this deep remembrance as embodied business women, heart-led mamas, visionary women. It's where we lean into the village, and together we rise from that place, deeply rooted, deeply resourced, and deeply trusting of ourselves. Whoo! All right, my loves, did not intend to express for that long, but there it is. It's a juicy one. It is passion filled, it is raw, it is tender, it is cozy, it is deeply loving, it is the deep nourishment and deep liberation of us in all that we are, all that we came here to be, all that we are yet to embody. I would absolutely love to hop on a call to explore what this journey may mean to you, why you might desire one of these 2 remaining seats around this table. What will that mean to you this next year as you lean in to this gorgeous village of mamas? All right, my loves, pop me a message if you would like to explore more. For now, have a beautiful rest of your day, and I look forward to the possibility of connecting soon. So much love.